Everyone, welcome to Ethan Cox. I'm your RYT 200-hour certified yoga instructor. Today we have an awesome practice for stabilization and strength building. These two do go hand in hand, not just on our mats, but in life as well. Maybe you're strength training, maybe you just are trying to have a bit more energy throughout the day. Maybe you're just trying to carry yourself from one moment to the other. This practice will be great for you and for all aspects of life. So I'm really excited to share this with you. And a quick thanks and shout out to the companies that make this possible. Hive Fitness Studio, a local business here in Moravian Falls that supplies this studio here, which I get to teach you every single week, as well as Wilkes Recovery Revolutions, which sponsors this practice and make it accessible to all viewers and people who show up. And so I thank you from the bottom of my heart for the opportunity to share this practice today. Again, it's going to be awesome. Just make sure you're wearing something comfortable that you are feeling good about moving in. So with that being said, this practice is also good for calming anxiety. It's also good for raising the heart rate, building a better relationship with our blood flow, and also promotes better mobility. So with that being said, we're going to start in a nice comfortable seat of your choice. You can have your legs crossed. You can have your legs out in front of you. You can sit in a hero pose, whichever suits your needs. We just want to feel nice and grounded to start, set a good foundation for our practice today. So get nice and comfortable. Feel rooted down in your seat. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath in. Find length in the spine and exhale it out through the mouth. Relax those shoulders. Inhale. Go ahead and take your thumb to your sternum and feel a lift when you inhale. Exhale. Find a release in the shoulders. Find a nice ease back there. Keep your thumb here for a while. Keep breathing nice, smooth breaths. Inhale in. This time, exhale through the nose. Notice how this exhale went a bit more smoothly than with your mouth. Let's keep practicing at that. Deep breath in. Feel that lift in the sternum. Find length in the crown. And exhale. So we want in our practice, and you keep breathing while I explain this to you, we want in our practice to experience smooth, deep breaths in and out. And you want to use those breaths to carry you through the practice. There will be presences of lifting and uplifting in our bodies. We're going to be using some muscles that might not normally be used in day-to-day life. So just keep that in mind, that your breath is what carries you and will keep you from feeling too much strain. And I think that will be a good preface for where we're moving forward. So just keep that in mind. Now all together, one more deep breath in, thumbs back to sternum if they've left. And exhale, relax the shoulders. Awesome. All right, neck rolls. Inhale, lift the crown. Exhale, chin to chest, and roll your head to the left side. Left ear reaches the left shoulder. Exhale it out, chin back to chest, roll it to the right. Do one on each side more, using your breath. Exhale, back to center, inhale to the left. Exhale to center, inhale to the right. All right, one more time on each side, but this time we're going to hold on each side. So use your breath, inhale to right. Left. You want your left ear reaching the left shoulder. Take this opportunity to extend your left arm, find a little opposition here as you reach away from the body. So your head is reaching to your left, your right hand reaching to your right. Now you feel welcome to move your hand a little forward and back. We want to hold this position for a few breaths here. Breathe into the right side of your neck here and keep your chin slightly lifted. Maybe for a little extra stretch, you'll place the top of your middle finger on the top of your right ear. Guide your head up and over. Press gently your left hand into your skull and the top of your head into your hand in opposition as you stretch. But avoid any sensations of pain. Ease off if that's what you're experiencing. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply. One more breath in and out. Release everything. Drop the chin to the chest, nice and easy. And to the other side we go. Right ear to right shoulder this time. Lift that left hand. Breathe. Maybe guide your middle finger of the right hand to the top of your left ear. Pull away nice and gently, finding a little opposition, pressing your crown into your hand, and then opposite that, and focusing on your left hand, reaching away from the body. Remember to keep your sternum lifted. Breathe in and exhale. One more time. Inhale in. Exhale, let it all go. Roll it back to center and inhale. Carve a line with your nose till your head faces the front. Awesome. Up next, we're going to inhale, lift our arms halfway and swim your right hand over to the left and pull with the opposite hand. Press your fingers that's holding your right arm into your arm here. You're going to find a nice stretch in the shoulder here. This is also a subtle strength building exercise in the arm, and also this builds stable joints as well. Breathe here. Maybe you experiment with rolling your wrist, making little fists, building better circulation. And release. Opposite. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, swim your left hand over to the right and pull for a stretch and stabilization. Wiggle those fingertips. Maybe you roll your wrist a little bit, warming up the wrist muscles and the hands and the fingers, which will carry you through downward dog, up dog, any posture where your hands meet the mat. Breathe deeply. And release. All right, let's all meet together on all fours. Let's do a quick cat-cow before we move forward into our sun salutations. Inhale, drop the belly, heart forward, look up. Exhale, draw the navel in and arch the back. Release the head. Use your inhales to look up into cow pose. And exhale into cat pose, pressing firmly to the fingertips, navel drawing in. One more each time. If you want to get a little freaky, you can bend you can move your hips a little left to right as you go into pose to pose. Maybe you look a little to your left, look to your right. You don't have to stay on the railroad tracks. This is your practice. Remember, the main thing is just to keep yourself out of pain's way. Now, from here, draw your front body, your torso, so your navel, your chest muscles. Press firmly to the mat and draw the front body up to meet the spine. From here, press firmly to the mat, claw in the fingertips, and gently lift the kneecaps off of the mat for a few moments. We're going to breathe 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Focus in on pressing away from the mat. Inhale. Exhale it out. Last one. Inhale in. And exhale. Gently release the knees to the ground. Bring your hips all the way back. Balasana, child's pose. Breathe here for 2 breaths, and then we'll begin our sun salutations. Surya Namaskara. Inhale, use your abdominals to bring you back up. We're going to curl the toes under. Inhale, exhale, draw your hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal out the feet here. Get a great stretch in the fascia of the feet, the hamstrings. Claw into those fingertips. Maybe you walk your hands up just slightly. Press into the fleshy part between the thumbs and the index fingers. Breathe, smooth, deep breaths. We're going to hang out here for just a minute. We're waking up the body. We're changing the flow of blood direction to go towards our head, where it's opposite of where it usually goes. Drop your heart to reach down towards the floor. Release the head. Now this is optional. While you breathe, you can inhale, carve a line with your nose to look forward. Exhale, carve that line towards your belly button. And you can find pause here. And your heels don't have to meet the mat if that does not feel natural to you. But you want to notice the sensation. You want your heels to reach towards the mat, your hips to reach up towards the sky, the creases of your elbows trying to face forward, and your fingertips nice and wide. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to go into some down dog, up dog transitions. We're going to inhale, go into plank. Exhale, drop down halfway. And inhale, lift our hearts into up dog. And exhale, bring your hips back to down dog. Inhale in. Exhale, back to plank. Inhale in. Exhale halfway. Inhale to up dog. We're halfway through these transitions. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale to plank. Draw those abs in. Exhale, halfway lower. Inhale, up dog. We're building strength in the wrist. We're building flexibility in the torso and the hips. From here, maybe you sway gently with your hips from side to side. Remember, claw in those fingertips. You're doing beautifully. Inhale, look up. Curl those toes under. Exhale, hips down and back. Downward facing dog. Alrighty, so we're going to exhale, bring yourself back to plank. Now, there's two options here. We're about to go into side plank, starting with the left side. So plant your left palm into the center of the mat. And then you draw a bow and arrow with the right hand to lift your right hand up to the sky. Now, if that's a little too much, you can bend your left knee for support, lower down to your left elbow, and then lift your knee back up. You want to focus on your left abdomen here, trying to rise up to reach to the sky. And your right hand could be on your right hip. Your hand could be up towards the sky. Breathe deep. Keep that smooth breath nice and steady. And remember, you can keep your hands completely elongated like this. Move your right hip forward just a little bit to really accentuate the strength building of the left abdominals. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, look forward, plant the right palm, bring your right foot up in between. We're moving into low lunge, so go ahead and drop that back knee. Go ahead and move a little back and forth. Slight mobility work here. We're opening our hips and groin muscles here. Front knee above front ankle. You don't want it to deviate too far ahead of the toes here. That can cause injury, so be mindful. Breathe here. Heart lifts nice and light on the fingertips. Now, option, you can keep your toes curled under, or You can focus on pressing into the top of the back foot. Press firmly into your foundation, that is your heel and the front two corners of the feet. And inhale, swoop your arms forward, up and back, crescent lunge. Breathe. From here, we're going to karate chop our left hand down, karate chop our right hand over. Lift the hands up like so. Peek if you need to. We're going into eagle arms. You can double wrap or just have the back of your hands meeting one another. We're going to inhale, lift the elbows. Use your ab strength to keep you steady. Squeeze your legs in together. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, lift up with the elbows. Heart lifts. Exhale, down. Press firmly against each arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, unravel. Bring your arms down and back behind you and interlace. Pull your hands down and away. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, bow. Chest reaches to the right knee. Hands pulling away from your heart. Humble warrior variation. Squeeze those legs in together. You got this. Breathe slow, deep breaths. Use your hands, pull your heart back open and lift. Unleash the hands and bring them back down. Plant your left palm. Inhale, reach the right hand up high. Open the heart space, wiggle the fingertips, and exhale, plant the right hand. Walk your hips back, runner's lunge. Right toes reach towards your face. You want your hip flexors to be in line. So line them up, nice and squared. You can relax your head down or keep your torso nice and long. Keep a micro bend at the knee here. Does not have to be straight. But keep your toes nice and active and reaching towards your face. Breathe deep. All right. Roll through that front heel, curl the back toes under, plant the palms, bring your front foot back, lower, and chaturanga to up dog. Heart lifts. And exhale back to down dog. Excellent start. Inhale, look up. Exhale, nose to navel. Inhale to plank. Exhale, and then we're moving into plank, right plank, or side plank on the right this time. So lift your left hand up high. You can lower onto your elbow, or if you need extra support, you can place your left foot in front of you, like so. Peek if you need to. Bring your left hip forward just slightly so you can engage that core. You want to really actively engage the right part of your abdomen here, like it's reaching up towards the sky. Heart's lifted, pressing firmly into the palms. Again, we are stretching and pressing into our wrists here. That's why it's so important to get a proper warm up. And exhale, bring it down. Bring your left knee into the chest and plant it in between the palms. Lower that back knee. Seesaw a little back and forth for a little good stretch here in the hips and the glute. Keep your heart lifted. Look forward. Breathe. Maybe invite an inward smile. Beautiful. All right, squeeze those legs into an imaginary middle line. Draw in the navel. Inhale, reach the hands up towards the sky. Crescent lunge. Look up if that suits you. Pull the thumbs back. Nice big movement here, even though we're nice and grounded with the ground here. Pressing firmly into the back foot onto the mat. Awesome. This time we're karate chopping the left hand first, then karate chopping the right hand over. Lift the hands up like so. Maybe they double wrap, maybe not. But whenever we're in our eagle arms, the main thing is to keep them nice and firmly pressing into one another. So all together, inhale, lift the elbows. Nice strong core. Exhale, elbows down. Think cat-cow, but pressing firmly into your legs, building stability in the leg joints here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, lifting the elbows back up. Exhale, unravel the hands, swim them behind you, interlace the fingertips, opposite thumb on top this time, the one that feels funky, and pull them down and away. You might feel a little wobbly here. Engage the core, breathe. Inhale, heart's lifted. Exhale, use your heart to guide you down. Press firmly into your foundation. Hands pulling down and away from your heart space. Humble warrior variation fold. If the top of your back foot is on the mat, press firmly into that pinky toe onto the mat. Maybe your heart is resting on that left thigh here. That's fine. And use your hands to guide your heart back up and unravel. All right, place your palms back down. Heart's lifted. Plant the right palm this time. Inhale, lift the left hand up high for a twist. Stabilizing the joints by finding a good stretch in our bodies. We're adding a little pressure to our wrist joints here to build strength, and in doing so, add stability. Inhale, and exhale. Lower that left hand and walk your hips back. Elongate that left leg. Stretch the toes towards the forehead. Runner's lunge. Should feel really nice. The reason also that it's so important to stretch the legs is we carry so much stress in them. If you're sitting a lot, or if you work out a lot, or if you're in a job that requires moving and getting up and down, tend to your legs. It's good for you. It's a good thing. Sorry if that was copywritten. All right, walk your hands back, hips forward. Inhale, lift the heart space. Curl the back foot, the toes under, and lift that back knee. Press into the palms, bring the front foot back. Lower down, all the way down this time. Bring your elbows pulled back, bring your hands back a bit. Press firmly into them, lift the head up, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, baby cobra. Press into your foundation. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale. See if we can't lift our cobra just a bit higher. And exhale, release. Inhale to all fours. Curl the toes under, and we're going to meet once more in downward facing dog. Take your time here. Press firmly into the hands. Inhale, we're going to start with the right foot. Lift the right foot way up high. And exhale, draw that knee to the nose. Inhale, lift the right leg up high. This time, anchor firmly down with the left ankle and open the hips to where they are stacked one on top of the other. Be mindful that both wrists should have equal pressure on them. Press down with the fingertips. Knees bent, the right knee is bent. And then exhale, draw that knee to nose. Look forward and plant your foot in between the palms. Alrighty. We're going to hippity hop that back foot to meet the front. We're going to inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift again. Extend the hands beyond your ears. Bend the knees, hips go down, look up, chair pose. Press firmly into your heels. You want to be able to wiggle your toes here. Pulling the thumbs up. Draw the navel in, heart lifts. Got 3 breaths here. You got this. Inhale and exhale. Inhale in, pull the thumbs up. Exhale. Inhale, lift, press up all the way up to Tadasana. Ta-da! And exhale, hands float down to the heart center. Notice how you feel in this moment. Invite an inward smile. Take time just to notice how you feel. No judgment, just noticing. Take a breath or two. Swig some water if you need to. All right. From here, we're going to press firmly in, bring both feet nice and close together like you're squeezing them in together. We're going to inhale, lift the right knee up towards the chest. See if you can't catch it, and bring it in. Use your ab strength here, press firmly into your foundation, and then guide that heel into the inner thigh or the inner calf, but not on the knee. You want it to be above or below. Have a focal point. We are in tree pose here. Focus on a point in front of you. Maybe it helps to have one of your hands or your thumb to sternum like we did at the beginning of class. Maybe your hands are together at your heart space. Maybe your arms are nice and long at your sides, goal post arms maybe. Maybe your hands reach up towards the sky, nice long body here. Keep the abdominals working. Press firmly into your thigh or calf with your foot. Find some opposition, building muscle strength and better quality joint control. Pulling those thumbs back if your arms are open, or you can have some swaying limbs here, like it's breezy outside. Nice light hands. As long as you have a strong foundation, your tree can sway with the wind. Breathe. Main thing again is to breathe. Use that to carry you. 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, lower that right foot nice and slowly to the mat. Keeping your feet nice and together here, we're going to inhale, lift the hands up high. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift, your version. Exhale, we fold. All right, get a little loose here. Shake your head a little yes. Use your hands for support here, or maybe it's a good opportunity to grab a block. We're going to be doing some Warrior 3 prep. So we are shaking our head a little yes, a little no, getting loose here, nice and relaxed. Hips nice and active here. Now, if you don't have a block, just simply allow your fingertips to stay right in front of where your feet are to guide you. And slide your right foot back, just a hair. Well, maybe not just a hair, probably halfway back your mat. Maybe they stay here. Maybe you lift that back foot to be at a 90-degree angle with your left leg. Keep a little buoyancy in that left knee here. You don't want it to lock. You want it to remain fluid. Use your muscle strength, not rely on the joints to lock and keep you lifted, because that will fail you. And rely on your breath. Lift that back heel a little further. Maybe you want to work on moving into a standing split. It looks differently for everyone. You may be in a different position here. That's okay. Just breathe. and lower. Very good. Inhale, we halfway lift once more. Exhale, fold. Bring back the left foot and the right. Maybe you keep that right foot lifted for three-legged dog. And we chaturanga to upward dog. And then exhale, we knee in down dog. Now we're moving to the other side. Claw into those fingertips. Anchor that right heel. Inhale, lift the left leg up high this time. Exhale, knee to nose. Squeeze the leg into the body here. Inhale, lift that leg back up high, bend the knee, and then stack the hips. Keeping your right leg nice and long, heel anchored, left leg, knee bent, hips stacked. Equal weight to each wrist. Breathe, you got this. Inhale. Exhale, draw that knee in towards the nose, squeeze, look forward, and plant the foot in between the palms. You can step or hop that back foot up to meet the front. Bring your feet in together. Inhale, halfway lift, your version. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, halfway lift once more. Reach your hands parallel to your ears. Bend the knees, hips down and back. Chair pose. Squeeze the legs together. Abs drawn in. You're doing great. Continue breathing deeply. 3 breaths here. Pull the thumbs up and back. Bright energy in the fingertips. Last breath in and exhale. Then inhale and straighten, lift the heart all the way up to Tadasana. And then exhale, hands to heart. Notice how you feel. Beautiful. Great work, you guys. All right. I'm going to inhale, bring that left knee up towards the chest, catch it. Press firmly into your left foot. And then guide your left heel onto your right thigh or right calf. If it's too much for you, you can simply just keep your big toe on the mat. But don't let your foot heel, your left foot's heel, press against your knee. It could really cause some issues. Keep buoyancy in that right knee, but you want to find a opposition of pressing into your foot with your thigh or calf. Heart lifts. Again, option, you can keep your thumbs on the sternum. You want to keep your core nice and active. That's your center. That is where your center of gravity is. Press firmly into your foundation, which is the 4 corners of the foot. And keep a good drishti, a point of focus to keep your gaze. Again, you can keep your hands on your hips, hands to heart, arms out long, goalpost arms, hands up towards the sky. Keep breathing. Hands together, hands sway. I'm feeling a sway today. It's nice and cool here in Wilkes County, North Carolina. There's a light breeze. Chance of rain later today. This is your weather forecast with Yoga for Wellness. But for now, we're just leaves and trees swaying in the breeze. Wiggle those fingertips. Bringing in all the good energy today. Building strength in the calf muscles, the glutes, opening and flexing the hip flexors. And then exhale, hands to heart, lower that left foot gently down. And we fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, your version. Exhale, fold. Fingertips to the ground. Press firmly into your right foot. Guide your left foot 90-degree angle. Or maybe further. Now, if you're going for standing splits, there's always the option to walk your hands to your shins, and you just hold it that way. And you don't have to get a perfect split. This is not just a move, this isn't a hips and hamstrings class where we're just trying to nail a split today. This is just noticing the sensation, building onto your foundation. You want to focus more on building a strong foundation for our final peak pose today, which is Warrior 3. Focus on pulling up into the sky with that left heel, toes pointing away or down. Breathe. And then lower it down. Bring the front foot back. We'll lower chaturanga to upward facing dog. And we'll meet once more in our down dog. Breathe here. And exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg up high. Exhale, knee to nose, look forward and plant that right foot up into the top. Kick that left foot up to meet the right. Feet together, really together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the hands way up high. Bring up your right knee and catch it. Squeeze in. Release. Lift your right hand up. Keep that knee bent, but slowly, with a buoyancy in the left knee, bring your right foot back. You can have it rest on the mat here. Now, this may be your Warrior 3, and that is totally fine. To each their own. But if you want to catch some air, maybe that heel floats up, toes focus down, your heart guides itself forward, heel floats and lifts like you're being pulled by a puppet string. Keeping those thumbs lifted, think chair pose, abs activated, hearts lifted. Maybe you swing your hands back, airplane arms. Maybe you keep them lifted up. And it's okay if you fall, just fall gently, fall mindfully, and we will catch you. See, I lost a little balance myself. Now, just be mindful, this is a practice, not a test, so it's okay to lose balance. And then lower all the way back, that back foot down. Whew. Bring your hands down, bring that left foot back. Lower to chaturanga to upward dog. And then we will meet for our final downward facing dog. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Inhale, anchor the right heel, lift the left leg up high. Exhale, knee draws into the nose, look forward. And then we're going to kick that back foot up to meet the front, feet really together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your hands way up high. Left knee floats up. Exhale, catch that knee. Squeeze, find lift in the heart space. Maybe you rotate the ankle here. Release the hands. Float that foot back, heart melts forward. Maybe you could do this with airplane arms starting out this time. Maybe your toe just meets the halfway point of the mat. Remember, keep a buoyancy in the front knee. And then your heart goes forward. Maybe your back heel floats up, drawing the navel into the spine. Keep your drishti, your focus forward, like you're holding a beach ball in your hands that you want to keep your eyes on. Pull that heel back and up, like you're pressing into an imaginary surface. You're doing great. Breathe. Pull a little higher. Main thing is maintain your breath. We're building stability in the hips, in the feet, in the ankles. And then we exhale, lower. Beautiful work. Bring your front foot back, all the way back. We're going to lower to our knees, lower to our bellies. Elbows squeeze in, hands bring them to your ribs. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale to all fours, bring your knees nice and wide. Walk your hips all the way back to your heels and lower your heart down. Balasana, child's pose, extended variation. Relax your forehead. You deserve this. Breathe. 5 nice, smooth, deep breaths through the nose and fill up the back body. I know you could probably have felt your blood pressure rise during that experience. This is kind of to catch yourself up with that. Allow your heart rate to smooth out a little bit. Remember, maintain a smooth, deep breath. Feel the fascia of the skin in the back body stretch as you inhale. Just notice how you feel without judgment. Be present in your body at the present moment. All right, on your final inhale, use your abs to draw your torso back up to all fours. All right, so we're moving into pigeon pose to get a good stretch in our legs after us lifting and building strength in both legs. So we're going to start by kicking up the right foot, foot parallel to the sky, draw that knee into the chest, and guide that leg perpendicular to the back leg. You can walk that back leg back just a hair. Now there's several options here. Now, if you're not used to pigeon pose, which is okay, you can bring your right heel closer to the body. The ideal is to keep your leg, like the shin part, parallel with the front short edge of your mat. But don't force it. Again, we're avoiding pain. We want to avoid anything that does not feel good to our bodies. Pull the right hip flexor back just a hair. Maybe your heart stays lifted. Maybe you can lower to your elbows. Maybe that's what feels good today. If you really feel good and just want to melt your heart all the way down to the mat, you may as well. Using your hands as a pillow, or even stretching your hands beyond the mat. Just breathe, just be. Settle your heart. Breathe into the hips. Stay here for a few breaths. Find what your body needs now and rest into it. Maybe you close your eyes and just observe the breath. Two or three more breaths here. I'm giving a little extra time for this pose, just to let it sink in. Acknowledge the work you've done today. All right, curl the back toes and walk your knee back up close to the other leg. Unravel. Maybe do a cat-cow in between if that's what feels good. And we'll switch sides. Inhale, lift the left foot parallel to the sky. Draw that left foot or left knee in towards the chest. Cross it over. Position yourself for your pigeon. You can remain lifted if you wish. Or you can lower down. Take those smooth, deep breaths, my friend. You deserve it. If you want extra, you can bend your elbows, press your hands firmly into one another for an excellent heart opener while you're basking in the glory that is pigeon pose. Breathe deep. Got another minute here. Maybe move into a position that you haven't done in a while, or if you were laying on your tummy or on your arms, you can lift up and open your heart. Maybe take a peek at your right leg by looking to your left. All right. From here to roll out, we're going to roll onto our left heel. And I'm going to reposition myself because you'll be facing the right and I'm facing away from the camera. But once you roll onto that hip, you'll find your legs kind of at a 90-degree angle like this. I want you to lean back onto your wrists, fingers facing your body. And make sure that if you can, make your heels touch your knee here. And we're going to open the legs and roll to the right. And we're going to go nice and slowly back and forth, noticing the sensation, getting a beautiful booty massage. Beautiful beauty massage. Should feel really good, especially after all those warriors we did. All those leg lifts. It's important to build strength in the legs. I know I talk a lot about the legs, but it's also because they carry us. They are needed for us to be moved from moment to moment. Go nice and slow, just to really feel the sensations. When you're ready, lift your torso back up, bring your feet together for dragonfly. And give your fly a little wings here. Allow them to bounce. You're building stability here by allotting some flexibility. No need to go too wild here, but keep your heart nice and lifted, nice and open. To do that, you bend your elbows. Maybe you peek down into the area in between your heels or in between the soles of your feet. Now allow your legs to settle. Maybe give your feet a little massage. They worked hard today. Use your thumbs. You can walk your fingers up and down the bottoms of your feet. Just give it a little love. All right. Use your hands to guide your knees together. Elongate the legs in front of you. We're going in for a folded staff pose. So toes facing the forehead, inhale, reach the hands up high, exhale, fold forward. Your hands could reach your ankles, your hands could reach your shins, or you're just at your knees. Don't force it. We're not forcing into a specific pose or stretch. We want to just notice the sensations. Feel a good stretch in the lower back body. Breathe into that area. Allow your head and neck to completely and fully relax. When you're ready, use your hands to walk your torso back up. All right. In this position, your legs are out in front of you. Cross your right leg over the left knee and wrap your left arm around the right knee. Place your right palm behind you. Inhale, lift the heart space. Exhale, take a gaze to the right shoulder and beyond. Or twist. And breathe in deeply. Exhale it out. Draw the navel in. Inhale, heart lifts, crown lifts. Nice long torso. And exhale, gaze beyond the right shoulder. Draw the navel in. Last one. Inhale, deep breath. And exhale, release. Bring yourself back to center, unravel, and switch. Wrap your right arm around the left knee this time. Bring your left palm behind you and take a gaze to beyond your left shoulder this time. Inhale, heart lifts and lengthens. Exhale, deepen your twist. Draw the navel in. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist a little deeper. One more time. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, unravel. Beautiful. All right. We got our last ab workout for the day. It's just going to simply be a boat pose. Nothing too crazy. Lean back into your wrist, heart lifts. Kick up one foot parallel to the sky, and then the other. Now, simply put, we're just going to dip one toe at a time. Nice and easy. Don't have to go in any particular pace, but to build more strength, you go nice and slow. It's subtle movement, but it's effective. Keep that heart lifted, core engaged, nice and tight. Keep your breath nice and smooth. Maybe you lift the legs nice and up. Maybe you just keep them nice and parallel. Couple more moments here. You're doing great. You might feel a little shakiness. That means your body's alive. Almost done. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Scoot your bums forward. Grab hold of your thighs and roll back. Maybe, if you want to have a little fun, you could just give yourself a little massage, rolling back and forth. Be aware of your surroundings while doing so. And we eventually find ourselves resting on our backs. Knees bent, bring your heels close to the bums. Place your palms firmly at your sides. We're going to bring ourselves into bridge pose. Inhale in. Long breath out. Next inhale, press your palms into the mat. Lift the hips up towards the sky. Tailbone reaches down towards your kneecaps here. Heart lifts slightly off the ground. And to help with that, shimmy your shoulder blades in towards one another. Keep pressing into the mat, or if you wish, you can interlace the fingertips behind you, pressing the outer edge of your hands into the mat. You got 3 breaths here, nice and deep breaths. With each passing breath, see if you can't engage your hips to move a little higher. And then release, smooth, deep exhale out as you feel each and every vertebrae as you roll the torso down. Beautiful. We're going to go for one more. Press the palms firmly into the mat, heels close to your glutes. Inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky, tailbone towards the kneecaps, finding a lengthening sensation in the spine. Shimmering the shoulder blades in towards one another, interlacing the fingertips, opposite thumbs on top this time. Breathe. Press into the heels. Press into the outer edges of the hands. You got this. Last breath, inhale in. Release the hands slowly, slowly, slowly roll it down. Gorgeous. All right, my friends. Bring your knees in towards the chest. Cross your heels. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your feet and press your feet into the hands for excellent foot stretch here. Now, your hands should be, your arms need to be in between the thighs, not on the outer edge. But also, yeah, strike that. Don't listen to me. You want your arms on the outer edge, not the inside. Just want you want to focus on that opposition sensation, pressing firmly into your hands so you can build strong muscles and joints. And switch, opposite foot on top. Press into the hands. And release. Awesome. Bring your knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a hug. You deserve it. A little self-love. Draw your nose in towards the knees. They don't have to touch. And then relax your head back. Option here for Yogi Freestyle. You can go into Happy Baby by wrapping your pointer, your index finger and middle fingers around the big toe, kicking up one foot at a time, or both at the same time if that suits your needs today. A nice stretch in the hamstrings and the groin area, hips. Maybe you go into something else. You can go into some supine twists if that's what you need today. Maybe you could do some circles with the knees. Or you can cross into supine pigeon. When you're ready, I invite you to get into the center of your mat. Give yourself a really big hug, very good squeeze. Inhale in. And then exhale, unravel completely, fully, spilling out all 4 limbs to your sides as we enter Shavasana, also known as corpse pose or relaxation pose. Just be for the remainder of the class. It's only a few minutes. It's an opportunity to observe what your body experienced in the last hour. It's a good opportunity to reset. It's a good opportunity to meditate or just allow yourself to be in stillness for a few moments. So I will Allow this time for you to experience what you wish in this pose, and I'll conclude in a moment. Okay, my friends, bring your awareness into the space. I invite you to begin a little stir in the fingers and the toes. You don't have to open your eyes if they're closed yet, but go ahead and bend the knees and lower them to one side, whichever side suits you. Take your time. Move nice and slowly as you press up into a seated position. We conclude in gratitude, bringing your hands to your heart, taking a moment of thanks for showing up today, for being here for yourself. Thank you, my friends, for joining me. It's an honor to share this practice with you, and I say the sacred yoga term, Namaste. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. With that said, join us every single Saturday at 11 a.m. We're available to you live on Facebook and on YouTube. Check us out on Yoga with George Ethan, or check us out on Wilkes Recovery Revolution or Hive Fitness Studios. It's an honor to share this with you guys. I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great week.